What's good, y'all, man? So today we're gonna be helping out the I guess you could say the newcomers or the people that are new to Madden, right? If you're an experienced Madden player, intermediate, whatever you want to call it, right? This video might not be for you, right? I'm trying to help out the boys, cause these the people that watch me, bro. We got there's three types of people, right? You got the experienced people like myself. You got the intermediate, who they're kind of like on both sides, and then you got the newcomers, right? I got a lot of people to watch me, you know, that people ask a lot of different questions. So I was like, you know what? Let me do something for the newcomers, right? Something that'll kind of help them out. Now, a lot of the things, like, we got what, nine tips I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you 4 on offense, 5 on defense. And some of them, you're going to hear me say that, but it's like, let me explain them, and you're probably going to be like, yo, this is pointless, why am I here? But don't worry, right? These are all legit, bro. At the end of the day, you might think some of these are stupid, but you're going to do them, and you're going to be like, yo, like, this guy is like, yo, like, this is smart. Like, so, we're going to do offense first, just because, look, we're already on offense, right? We might as well do that shit. So, how many did I say? Oh, yeah, 4 tips on offense, 5 on defense. Boom, let's get into it. Alright, so for our first tip on offense, right, off rip, you're going to think, right, that this is dumb, or this is like, it's not even that serious, it ain't that deep, but trust me, this is very deep, right? So, any formation you want, right? I'm going to come out in bunch, because it's what I run, so let's come out in bunch. Actually, we need to respot the ball real quick. Where do I can't even do it. Alright, let me get on the field first. We're gonna have the defense come out and I don't know. They could come out and cover 2. Who cares? All right, can I respot the ball now? All right, so we're gonna spot the ball on the right hash. Yep, cool. All right, boom. All right, so you see, you're probably thinking, all right, well, there's something wrong with this play. You're probably thinking, what is it, right? We're running our formation. So bunch, for example, we're running bunch on the weak side of the field, right? You want to run your plays to the wide side of the field. You know what I mean? So like bunch, for example, you wouldn't want to run this on the weak side of the field because look, you don't have that much field to work with. It's going to be a lot easier to cover because there's less field. So you always want to make sure you're flipping your play. You can do this in the playbook. I'll show that too. So you don't have to always get to the line and flip it because you want to use where there's more field, you know what I mean? You want to take advantage of more field, so it's a lot harder to defend, you know what I mean? So a lot of people don't know that. They just come, pick they, play, they never flip it, they never really realize that. And trust me, like, for some formations it's different. Like I know for trips tight end, for example, you would want to put your 3 guys actually on the weak side just because of how that is. But like bunch, for example, you know what I mean? Like, y'all, I can't say y'all get what I'm saying, so y'all probably don't. But like bunch, you wanna make sure the bunch is on the wide side. Trips tight end, you wanna make sure that's on the weak side. You know what I mean? Plays like that or formations like that, and like look, if we run bunch to the weak side, bro, it's so much. Like look, like for example, that flat route has nowhere to go. The out route isn't gonna get that much. You know what I mean? Like there's not much to it. Like, look at it, boom, right? Like that flat route, we're already at the sideline. The ball just got snapped. We already at the sideline with it. You know what I mean? So flipping your formation, like I said, I'll show it in the playbook just in case y'all don't know how to do that. So let's go back to bunch, right? Bunch. So basically, to flip it, you just hit R2 or whatever it is on Xbox, but R2 is the right trigger. And you just flip it to the wide side of the field. You know what I mean? You wouldn't believe how much better this would actually make you. Like it's actually like a pretty big issue if you, like, for example, if you run bunch and you run it to the weak side, you're fucking it badly. So believe it or not, this will help you out a lot. All right, so next up, and it's another one. It's gonna sound like, yo, like, come on, bro, really? But after every play you run on offense, it shows what play the defense ran on defense. Like it shows the defensive play. A lot of people don't look at that. You always want to look at what they ran. Okay, cool. And then when you get to the line, you need to look at like what are they running? You know what I mean? So like you seen what they running before, right? Go to the line, look at what they're doing, and really just kind of focus up a little bit. A lot of people kind of just don't even look at that shit. They're just like, all right, whatever, cool, like fuck it. But nah, that shit's actually pretty important, and really just pay attention like what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what did he run? What is he in there? You know what I mean? That's all that really is. Alright, so for this number 3 tip, we're going to come out in bunch. We're going to run dig fork, and we're going to have the defense come out and out on man. We're going to have it come out man. Alright, so for this third tip is basically, don't be scared to throw picks. Right? And you're probably thinking, what? Bro, throwing a pick is how you get better at the game. I throw a lot of picks. Yeah, I mean, we all throw picks, bro. It is what it is, right? So, like, for example, right? The perfect example is man coverage, right? What are some really good man coverage beaters? Corner routes, post routes, motion slants, a lot of routes. There's a lot of man beaters, right? But they're inconsistent at times, right? Perfect example is you have a corner route, man coverage, you got a guy with route tech, ability pops up, he should be wide open, he's not open, right? Because what I do is I throw it on the timing of the route, because I know when my receivers are going to cut and all that, so it's like, boom, I throw it right on the timing, and it gets picked off. And it's like, okay, why? Because the game is random. The game is random. So what I'm trying to say is, don't be scared of the randomness, right? If you know you have a man beater or something like that, and you're scared that the randomness is going to end up giving you a pick because your guy didn't get open because of man and being random, don't be. Just throw the bitch. You got one life. You got to throw it. For example, they're a man coverage, right? This corner route should be wide open. Boom, boom, boom. It got open now. You know what I mean? Ooh, torch team. Look at Rieger, bro. You dirty, right? And another thing is sometimes like the post routes, like for example, you know how you try to lead throw it all the way to the right, and like sometimes it just doesn't do what it's supposed to do, or the post route just doesn't get open. You gotta just throw it, bro. Like, bro, throwing picks is how you motherfuckers had it. Y'all can't block. Come on, dog. But yeah, throwing picks is how you get better at Madden, bro. Like, it's not like if you throw a pick, bro, you're gonna lose your job. You know, you're banned from Madden. I hope I get banned from Madden, but you know what I mean? Like, you gotta throw picks to get better at the game, bro. It is what it is. Like, I hate when I play against people and they throw like terrible passes that should be picked off, but they're not picked off because now in their head they're like, all right, it's cool, and they get picked off. Like, they're getting away with that. They say everything's fine, but no, you gotta throw that pick to get better, bro. They gotta let these bums throw these. Well, I'm not calling y'all bums, not y'all, the other fools that just throw stupid passes, but in order to get better, bro, you gotta throw picks. I'm not saying intentionally throw picks, but don't have fear throwing that ball. Have no fear, bro. You should never have fear on the field, bro. Like, drop back, like, all right, cool. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, yo, this fucking line sucks. To the next tip, dog. All right, so for the my motherfucking remote just died. Let me get another remote. All right, I got a new remote. What were we at? We were at the last tip for offense. Okay, yeah. So the last tip for offense is, you know, when you try a brand new playbook out, new formations, you're trying all that shit out, and it doesn't really go too well. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. Like, it's just not going well. You're not liking it, but you can't give up on it. You can't give up on it. If there's something you like in that playbook, but just because you're not playing well in it, or you're not winning with it, you got to keep trying, bro. It's going to take, I'm going to keep real with y'all, 6, 7, maybe even 8 games to get, like, just kind of comfortable in the playbook. Just kind of comfortable, bro. This year I started out in Seattle playbook, right? The offensive playbook. I was fucking with it off rip. It was a little weird, but eventually I got into a nice rhythm with it and I fucked with it. Now I'm in the Rams playbook. Now I'm not gonna lie, the Rams playbook I fucked with off rip. Alright, that's rare, but it is what it is. Most playbooks you're not gonna fuck with off rip. Like, but if you like something in the playbook, you gotta thug it out, bro, and you just gotta keep going with it. A lot of people will just back out because they're not winning, but it's like, that's what seasons is for. So I feel like seasons is great to lab in so you can head in the weekend league and do your thing. You know what I mean? Fucking, bro, you know what I mean? Like, if you lose games, bro, it's fine, right? If you like the playbook enough, you'll get the wins back. You'll make those games back 2 times that, 3 times that. You know what I mean? Because me, I might try a new playbook out, right? I want to go back to trips tight end, right? Madden 20, all I ran was a bunch of trips tight end. That was all I fucking ran. All I ran was that. Now all I run is bunch in tight flex. I like tight flex, but I want to go back to trips tight end just because I could do some crazy shit at trips tight end, but we'll see. And you can run the ball at trips tight end. That's what I like about it. My shit, I can't really run the ball out of it. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't about me. Let's that's pretty much it for offense. Let's head over to defense. And yeah, like I said, the offensive tips weren't nothing crazy. I probably have more defensive tips to get y'all. Give y'all. So let's head on over. Alright, so we are here on the defensive side of the ball. So what I said, we got 5 tips for we got 5 tips for defense. Tip number 1. Do not overthink what you're doing on defense. You wouldn't be surprised how much people, they do way too many adjustments. You didn't need to do all that whoop whoop whoop. I always say do an adjustment at a time. Me, I'm not going to tell you the way I play defense, because if I tell you the way I play defense, you'd be like, are you crazy? Because I don't give a fuck. I'm like, yo, I'll give you the bomb. You got to throw the bitch, though. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, so let's come out nickel normal cover 2. Let me see. Do they have something with like an angle route and like a flat route? No. Please. I know they got like some type of trip stat in there. Here we go. Here we go. I know they got something with like an angle route in this play. Okay, this fucking playbook sucks, though. Alright, let's just have them come out in levels. Alright. So they're on levels, right? You always want to have someone in the flat to play the running back, right? Let's say he's just killing you in the flat to the running back, right? Just have someone play the flat for the running back, right? Don't go ahead and do all this extra shit, right? So the perfect example is, right, the running back's gonna run to the flat. Okay, cool. Just put what's the name on the flat. Boom. Do one adjustment at a time. See how he reacts to you doing that adjustment before. Alright, let me do this adjustment, let me do this. That's how I do it. I'm like, alright, cool, let me stop that. Alright, let's see what you do when I do that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not gonna tell y'all exactly how I run my defense, because look, y'all would be like, oh, I'm not doing that. And hey, look, I'm not gonna tell y'all to do that, but don't overthink on defense. Do one thing at a time. Don't be on that extra shit, you know what I mean? Alright, so for tip number 2, basically, when you're playing against the run, you gotta shoot the gaps. You gotta shoot the gaps, and the best way to do it, I would say, is 3-5 wide, cover 2 man. So let's have these big boys come out in the H wing. What is Stretcher-Rooney at? I know they got a Stretcher-Rooney up in here. Here we go, Stretcher-Rooney. Alright, so really, you just want to bring everyone down. That's triangle, left stick down. You always want to spy your 2 safeties. Always make sure you have your user. I can't speak, dog. Your user on a blitz, because he just moves faster. And also, you want to make sure you're blitzing the corner and the D end that are like on the line. I always do that. Look, I wouldn't advise to do that part. Now, don't do that part. That's just something I do. You don't want to do everything I do. I do a lot of stupid shit, but yeah, and you want to shoot the gap, right? You gotta shoot the gaps. Don't be scared to shoot the gaps. I know at first it's like, I don't want to do it because I don't want to give up the big run, but once you get comfortable, yo, hike the fucking ball, Daniel. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of people, what they'll do is, right, they'll like on a stretch, they'll kind of like run around it to make sure they don't get the big run off, but they'll still get like 5-6 yards. You want to just nose dive right in that bitch, blow the play up, bro. I'm telling you, even if you miss it, it's like, fuck it. You gotta do that, bro. You have to shoot the gaps. Honestly, I'm actually good at shooting. I don't know how. I don't know why I just got really good at just shooting the gaps. Like, boom, I'm on their ass. Like, let's get it. Like, I never labbed or nothing. But yeah, for stopping the run, bro, you gotta shoot the gaps. And I always come out as 55 wide. Yeah. And if they're doing like inside zone runs on you, you really gotta shoot the gap. Like that. That's up to you. Like, to me, because I'll come out nickel normal, and it's like, all right, it's up to me to stop the run. I have to stop the run because no one else is gonna stop the run. So you gotta get really good at shooting the gaps. I know it's hard. You don't want to do it, but you gotta do it. All right. So for tip number 3 for defense, a common mistake people actually say they do a lot, or they tell me, they got a lot. If you're running anything in nickel, big nickel, dime, you know, like all that, you should not have linebackers on the field. Linebackers should not be on your field. I'm going to tell you why. Safeties are, you can have safeties play linebacker, right? I have a video that says how to put them in there if you don't know how to, right? Fucking safeties are obviously usually way faster than linebackers, right? Way faster than them. They play the run just as good, maybe even better than linebackers. And linebackers on pass plays don't jump for interceptions. They will never jump up in the air for the ball. They just won't. And safeties, like I said, faster. They jump up for the ball. You know what I mean? They're basically better. They're linebackers, but better. Faster and just, way better. So, never use linebackers in nickel, big nickel, dime, dollar, all that. Do not have linebackers on. Why? I don't know how dime and dollar work. I don't run them, but I know big nickel and nickel. You want to make sure you have safeties at your linebackers. Always have safeties at your linebackers. Now, 4-6, 3-4. I don't know who the fuck runs 4-4, but 3-4 and 4-6. I think you could put a corner at linebacker for some of them. You could put like one corner, but then you're also gonna have a linebacker. So I'm really just talking about nickel and big nickel. Do not have linebackers on that motherfucking field. Do not. All right, tip number 4. A lot of people, newer to Madden, they don't like to blitz a lot, right? They're little, they want to let their zone do their thing, their D-line do their thing. But there is times you want to sprinkle in a little blitz. You know what I mean? You can't let your opponent feel too comfortable. I know me. If I'm sitting in the pocket chilling, which never happens, that never happens, and I'm like, yo, like, you ain't getting no pressure on me, you're fucked. You're gonna lose. Like, if you can't get pressure on someone, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose, right? Thankfully for me, my D-line is fucking godlike, even though I do blitz a fucking lot, but still, my D-line gets the job done very well. But you want to sprinkle in blitzes, and like I said, a lot of this you're probably saying is like, yo, like, this isn't helping us at all. When I say sprinkle in blitzes, I'm talking about maybe blitz once that entire drive. You know what I mean? Do it early in the drive, so later in the drive, he's thinking about that blitz you did when you got him, and he's like, yo, all right, I got to keep this in the back of my head in case he does this. But in reality, you never run it again, and it's like it's in the back of his head, but you're like, all right, it's not even in my head no more. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, all right, next drive we'll think of something. You know what I mean? Don't overdo it. If you watch me, you know how I play. Off rip, I'm blitzing you, and if you can't stop that blitz, because y'all know my blitz I like to run. If they can't stop that off rip, I'm running the entire game, right? Don't do what I do, right? I'm an idiot, bro. Look, you know what's crazy? I could coach someone to be way better than me in Madden. I could make someone 1,000 times better than me in Madden just because I don't put in the work in the game and I really don't give a fuck. But I know the game. Like, I can make you really good at Madden, bro. Hey, look, I'm not saying I can make you play for a belt, but I could definitely make you play for them Player Lounge tournaments and you'll win them shits. I'm telling you I could, but I'll tell you, I can make you beat me by like 30. I really could, but yeah. What we were at? Yeah, sprinkle in your blitzes. You know what I mean? Don't go too crazy with it unless like your opponent just sucks and you really don't know what he's doing. Blitz the shit out of him. Get the fuck out that game. Get your coins and get on. You know what I mean? All right. So for the very last tip, use a rush. User rushing is very good. I've been doing it a lot recently. Man, is it hell. It's hell, I'll tell you that. Basically, the best time to use a rush someone is if they are in single back or anything in I form, anything where their quarterback is under center and has to drop back it is the perfect time to use a rush them because they have to do their little drop back animation, like 3-step, 4-step drop back, whatever. They gotta drop back. So you could just, I don't know if I'll be able to show y'all. Let me see. Let me make sure I can sub in a safety. Who's fast as shit? They don't really show all that shit. Will Parks probably. He gotta be fast, right? All right. Let me see. So what we're gonna do here is let's have them come out and you can do this wider in shotgun too. You don't have to do it wider in single back because I do it too. I don't give a fuck, bro. But so basically, the user rush, right? You want to use your user, and you just wanna find the gap, hit it, and just go get the quarterback. Right, here we go. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't expect him to hike it. All right, see, obviously Will Parks isn't too fast. Like, your users are gonna be like, for me, I'm either using Ed Reed or who else am I using? Or Adrian Amos or someone like that, right? So I got like a 94 speed user. So I'm getting up that gap and boom, I'm getting the fucking quarterback. You know what I mean? So point is, user rushing is very good. You don't gotta lab this at all. I ain't gonna lie. Just hop into a game, just fucking user rush someone. You know what I mean? put that heat on them. So I usually try to hit up one of the middle gaps, the left or the right. I usually do it when I run like anything in 3-5 wide, just because I got like 5 D linemen in the game, so it makes it a lot easier. So yeah, so those are bad. It's basically it for the tips. You know what I mean? It's nothing crazy. Like I said, this is really for the newcomers. Anyone that's been playing Madden, a lot of this y'all already know about. So this wasn't really for y'all. This is for the newcomers, because like I said, I got a lot of y'all that are new to Madden. Y'all ask me a lot of questions. Hopefully this answers some of your questions. You probably got new questions now. Go ahead in the comments, ask them. Look, I know I ain't been streaming Madden like that lately, but that's because the DCs have been running wild. I mean, I got DC 13 games in Weekend League. Let's see, last night I got DC 2 games. How the fuck am I supposed to play Madden? I can't. I'm losing every game because of DCs. So you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, boys. Will we be on Madden tonight? We'll come out in Madden tonight, right? We'll come out in it. You know, if we get DC 2 games, we going. We are going. We get DC twice, we are going, and we're hopping on Call of Duty. So, like, comment, subscribe, man. Fuck with your boy, man. I'm out.